I was just a boy when Queen Nyabingi rose against the oppressors, but I remember it all as if it happened yesterday. Our village, Ruhanga, nestled in the green hills of what is now Uganda, was a land of rich red earth and winding rivers. The people lived simple but proud lives, raising cattle, growing millet, and honoring the spirits of our ancestors. But peace is a fragile thing, easily shattered by greed and cruelty. The trouble began when foreign men, skin pale as morning mist, came to our lands with their heavy boots and strange tongues. They spoke of new laws and new rulers, claiming our cattle, our lands, and even our people. These were not the traders we had known for generations, who came to exchange goods and then left. No, these men came to stay, and they demanded submission. But Queen Nyabingi was not a woman to bow to any man. She was a warrior, a leader, and a spirit of fire walking in human flesh. She had inherited the throne after her husband, the great King Ruhinda, was killed by traitors who had sold their loyalty for gold. Instead of retreating, she took up his spear, wrapped her cloak of leopard skins around her shoulders, and stood before her people. "I will not kneel," she declared, her voice like thunder rolling over the hills. "Ruhanga will not kneel. Our ancestors watch us. Shall we shame them?" The people roared their answer, "No." From that day forward, Queen Nyabingi led a resistance unlike any the land had ever seen. She was not just a warrior of the spear but a warrior of the mind. She knew that an open battle against the invaders would be suicide, so she used the forest, the hills, and the rivers as her weapons. I remember the night when the queen and her warriors raided the foreign soldiers' camp. The moon was hidden, and the only sound was the whisper of wind through the grass. I crouched behind my father as we watched from the trees, waiting. The soldiers sat around their fire, laughing in their guttural language, unaware that death lurked nearby. Then, like spirits rising from the earth, the queen's warriors descended upon them, silent as owls, swift as panthers. Before the soldiers could reach for their guns, they were gone, their throats slit, their weapons stolen. But the queen was not just a warrior. She was a mother to her people, a leader who inspired more than just fear. She inspired hope. She spoke to the women of Ruhanga, telling them they were not weak, that their hands were meant for more than grinding millet and fetching water. She trained them to fight, to heal wounds, to move unseen in the forest. Soon, the invaders feared even the village women, for they could not tell which carried a baby on her back and which carried a dagger in her claw. For years, Queen Nyabingi and her warriors fought, striking at the enemy when they least expected it, vanishing into the hills before they could be caught. The invaders sent more soldiers, built stone forts, and laid traps. But how could they catch the wind? How could they tame the river? I remember the day they finally captured her. The queen had gone to meet a village elder, an old friend who she thought she could trust. But treachery is an old disease, and the promise of silver can make even a brother betray his own blood. When the soldiers dragged her into the village, bound in heavy chains, they expected to see a broken woman. But she stood tall, her back straight, her eyes burning with a fire that even iron could not extinguish. "Look at her," the foreign commander sneered. "Your queen is no longer a queen. She is a prisoner." But Nyabingi only smiled. "A queen is not made by a crown," she said, her voice calm. "A queen is made by her people, and my people will never kneel." And we did not. Even as they took her away, even as they locked her in their fortress, her spirit did not die. Her name became a whisper in the wind, a secret greeting between those who still fought. The women who had trained under her continued to pass down her knowledge. The warriors she had led scattered into the hills, carrying her fire with them. Years later, long after her body had left this earth, the foreign men left too. They could not hold what was never theirs. And when they were gone, we spoke her name openly once more, Nyabingi, the queen who defied the odds. And so, to this day, when the wind rustles through the tall grass and the rivers sing through the valleys, we say it is the spirit of Nyabingi, watching, waiting, reminding us that true power never dies. And I, who saw it with my own eyes, have never forgotten.